Well, good morning. We were at the receiver. We just untarped, finally got a hold of somebody, and they said we got to go to the other plant, which was around the corner, basically. Just changing status here. 1 second, and we will take you with. Stupid thing. Delete. There we go. Alright, so ladies in the office came out, said we're gonna have to police officer man come by, give me a wave. So we got her all untarped, tarps put away, and try to get a hold of somebody inside here. All the doors are locked and everything. The people in there, just not having people come in. But finally got a hold of somebody, and they said it's gotta go. We gotta come left out of here and take the first right where these cars are coming out, and go across. He said you'll see a crosswalk where people walk by, and said there's an entrance right after that. Take that in. So see how this works out. We got dicked on that load this morning. Dispatcher screwed us over. I guess that load required 8-foot tarps, and dispatcher didn't think I had 8-foot tarps for some reason. So she called me, and I was just getting done fueling. I'm like, yeah, I got them. So she tried calling them back, and they recovered the load. So screwed on that one. Oh yeah, I'm down on the shoulder, almost gonna hit the curb. Looks like it's right up here. And yeah, oncoming traffic. We're gonna have to shut traffic down to make that turn. Let's go nice and slow and let them come by. There's another one. I guess we're gonna. Well, here they come. Looks like that's our building right there. Come on. Says they gotta go all the way to the back. Can. We got her. Looks to be the only road going back there. Some kind of trouble we can get into. There looks like there are trees. Get too tight. Just cut the cement bags open and dump them in the hole. PPE required. Yeah, okay. There we go. Look at that. She's opening up. Cast. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop here and see if we can find somebody. Be right back. All right, we'll finally found someone. Small little group of guys. Says he's gonna give someone a call. He don't know where we want to do it at. There's a big flat down here, so I'm just going to pull down there and start unstrapping. You guys can figure it out. So, pretty decent about it, but it's an awful big building for about, I don't know, 6 to 8 guys to be working. We're just going to get down here, make a flip, be facing out, and be unstrapping. They can figure it out. I'm not gonna go all over the place for them to unload this. Chilling in his car down here. So we could dump, what I did on this one is I dumped the front axle on this one. I don't need it super tight to swing. What that does, that takes some of the weight off the front trailer axle. So it's a little bit easier to drag that front axle around. You don't tear the tires up as bad. We got 2 switches that we can do both of them, front or back, so that's pretty nice. Back her up a little bit. Good. Let's go on strap. All right, guys. Well, we are unloaded. It only took a couple minutes. It did pretty good. Haggling back and forth on the load boards. Looks like we found a load out of Monroe, Georgia, going up to sounds like the southwest of Minnesota. But we got about 120 mile deadhead. It's getting warm down here. 54 right now. I take the sweatshirt off again. But tree right there. Let's dump the rear, let this thing pivot around this corner a little bit easier. But we are going to start heading that way while we're waiting for the dispatcher to get all the paperwork. We were talking about some of the other loads that we were kind of looked at yesterday. Some of them were kind of goofy. Some of them required an absorbent amount of tonnage, like 16 pieces or 17 pieces, something like that. It's twice as much as you normally carry on a rig. You know, usually it's 6, 8, something like that, 6 to 8 sticks. And but I've got 8 on this, so I'm not going out to buy more just to pull a $2,000 load. So she actually found this load coming out of Monroe and called me up and said, hey, what's your rate on this? What do you want to charge them? And I guess it's just a straight load, no tarps. And I said, well, ideally I said 35, start at 35. And no, I said, what did I say? No, yeah, I told her $3,000. I said, ideally, let's try to be around $3,000 because that's what that other load was. And I said, and she goes, all right, well, what's the lowest you'll take? And I said, we'll start at 3. It's a good negotiating starting point, and bottom dollar would be 25. And she sent me an email, so we got her for 29. So not too bad. It seemed to work out pretty good. No tarps, should be pretty easy. So, and it loads today. So while we're waiting for that paperwork and stuff, we're gonna get heading that way. I think I'm gonna go out the same way I came in. I'll kind of take you guys along with that, just because I don't know the roads around here, and we are in a residential area. You'll see. Like, it's narrow roads and there's houses on both sides and stuff like that, and then boom, you're right at a factory. It's like, all right. So let's get on out of here. We'll get out on the main road and start heading that way, so that way we can get loaded and start heading home for the holidays. I just blew the truck out too while I was kind of hanging out. Sweatshirt off. Cleaned the floor a little bit, not too much, not as much as I normally do. I normally spray the floor down, but I don't like that. I should turn a little sooner. Let me close. We made her. I normally spray the floor down, but this is just using that air hose. Get the dust off the dash, get the dust off the floor, that type of deal. The GPS wanted me to turn right there, and that's you can't always follow your GPS, and this is a trucker. This is a trucker GPS application. I run it on my iPad. I don't have I used to run a Rand McNally, and that was usually pretty good. But like I said, they all have their own quirks. You kind of see, you gotta watch the trees. And then we got to hook it tight back to this side because we're going back to the right. I kind of like doing these little maneuvering areas. Kind of breaks things up a little bit. And look at that, we're about a foot from the curb. If that. This is the original place on the left here that we just seen. That's where we untarped at, was our front lot there. Up here, we should be able to go up here and turn right. This is the road we came in on. And I think I'm going to choke up on it a little bit. When I say choke up, I mean kind of, I'm going to crowd the other side. I think I'm just going to take it all. Because it's relatively narrow. It's not that busy of a road. I don't. It's easier on the equipment. It's easier on the road. Less hassle. There you go. See what I'm saying about residential areas and stuff? It's like I wouldn't normally think that this is where I would be delivering. Nice little restaurant right here on the corner. Struts. Hot wings. Looks like some of you truck drivers out there. Pineapple hat, flip flops. I hate to say it, but I think I may have fixed that squeak this weekend. Sitting yesterday, I think it might have been the bump. I had a piece of memory foam. I stuck it underneath the one corner, and I had to kind of sit on the bed to get it to latch. And I also wrapped. There's a latch that holds the locks the bed down. I also wrapped that in electrical tape. See if that car gives me any room here. It's going to be a tight one. But I haven't heard it squeak yet, so we'll see. But there's little rubber pads underneath the bed there, and I think the bed would just shake just enough that the metal part of the bed would rub on them little rubber pads and cause that squeaking. So that'll be nice if that's done, because man, that's enough to drive you crazy some days. So I've got the rear axle dumped. I'm gonna let her go. We're gonna do a little button up here. We got a ways till we're at the curb line. There we got her. Don't drive truck. If you're coming up to a roundabout and you're by a semi, back off. I'll show you here. I kind of get in the center anyways, just because, you know, people don't pay attention enough as it is. And when your trailer starts whipping around, cutting into the other lanes and stuff, they're going to say you came across the lane and hit them. Well, you don't have a choice. You're out of room, you know. So sometimes it's best that we just take up both lanes, cut through there real quick, get out of your way, get back over like this, and everybody's on their merry way. You know, that seems to be the easiest way to do it, and that's the way I do it. I've never gotten any flack for doing it, so I know there's some of them have a center thing, it's ramped up, and that's for your tires to go on, but they're not all that way, and you don't want to be mid roundabout to find out that you don't have enough room. So. Alright, well, that'll be about it. We're going to get on out of here, and I'll see you in Monroe. See a little bit of what we deal with going around Atlanta. That was 285 south bypass going around the south side of Atlanta. Kind of a shit show for being like 12:30-ish on a Monday. We are in Monroe, Georgia, where we're picking up about 2 miles away. It looks like we got a turn to the right here in about a mile. This looks like we're picking up storage racking. It says it's about 40,000 pounds worth. It's a busy little back road here. I hate that when they got a bunch of them grouped together. It's hard to tell sometimes how far you are from that. This fucking traffic is just all up your ass too. Did anybody work? It's now 1:57 on a Monday. Their time. Just people everywhere. .7 miles down the road. Well, we're waiting for traffic. Let's look for this. Doesn't give me a right or left. People are really going to get pissed off now because I'm going to have to kind of creep down through here and see which where this is. Left-hand side. That looks like that's the even numbers. Yeah, we got 13, 16 on the left here, so even numbers are on the left. We're looking for 11, 18, so we'll be going to the left. Expect to get loaded down in. So this is right in here. Maybe it's this place right here. I would assume. Yep. And we better hook into that. There she is. Staging area for truck pickups. Where? See if this driver says. Is there room to turn around? Yeah.
You can go around, you can exit the other way.
Is there a way to turn around?
Yeah.
You waiting to get loaded?
No, yeah.
You good? Where do you check in at? You check in back here? Or up?
Go straight, take a left,
Yeah?
check it over there.
Okay.
And if you exit, you can exit that way.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can.
Awesome. Thanks, man. They got signs up and all kinds of shit. We got a couple boys here getting loaded. Shit all over the yard. What I hate about this stuff is a good place to pop a tire. Get some shit in your tire anyways. Try to get up as tight as we can to this guy, so we're gonna leave a little hole for cars behind us. And that's about all I'm willing to do. All right, we're gonna go check in.